what's wrong with that picture. My 20 minutes hasn't started yet, you know. There you go. This was unexpected. I can't see my music. Do we have brighter lights?
Well, I know what you mean. They're right in your eyes. The lights that are shining.
Hey, it reflects off my guitar. Hey, that's cool. Hey. Alrighty. So, good crowd tonight. Happy to see you all here. What really excites me is my share of the ticket sales. How much am I getting, Leslie?
Family job.
The what?
Yeah, our community family.
Oh, so I'm donating my share.
Yes,
How much am I donating?
all of it.
Oh, 100%. All right. I like it 100%. That's good. Oh, by the way, my name is Daniel W. Shagrud. If you've read my novels, Daniel W. Shagrud. If you haven't read my novels, well, my name is still Daniel W. Shagrud, but you can call me Dan. The last name is misspelled on the program. It's Shagrud, not Shagrun. It's pronounced Shagrud. Shag as in carpet, rude as in not very polite, emphasis on the carpet. All right, so years ago, I had myself a come to Jesus moment, and I started going to church, and I joined the music team, and I started writing songs. And I wrote a lot of songs. Hymns, children's church songs, anthems, a Christmas musical, an Easter musical, a wedding musical, which Mary and I acted out when we got married. Hey, maybe we do that next time I'm on stage, okay, babe? Let's do the whole thing for him.
Sure.
Anyway,
I can't get in my
this
dress.
song here is a hymn I wrote that I'm particularly proud of. It's so beautiful that I sent it off to the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, and I expect they'll probably pick it up, and someday you'll hear them singing it. It's taken from Psalm 34:8, which says, "Taste and see that the Lord is delicious." Whenever I get lonely and my heart is feeling down, whenever I get angry and my face begins to frown, whenever I feel empty and my attitude is odd, I just open up my Bible and just a moment there's a G there somewhere. There we go. Take a bite of God. Oh my, isn't God delicious? He satisfies my hunger like spaghetti never could. Oh my, isn't God delicious? A peanut butter sandwich never filled me up so good. Whenever I get tired, like my batteries are weak. Whenever I get cranky and my wheels begin to squeak. Whenever I feel hopeless and my attitude is flawed, I just open up my Bible and I take a bite of God. Oh my, isn't God delicious? He satisfies my hunger like spaghetti never could. Oh my, isn't God delicious? A peanut butter sandwich never filled me up so good. Mashed potatoes, pumpkin pie, and turkey legs are great. I love ravioli when it's heaped up on my plate, and I really, really do. The culinary talents of my mother I applaud, but they can't hold a candle to the tastiness of God. Oh my, isn't God delicious? He satisfies my hunger like spaghetti never could. Oh my, isn't God delicious? A peanut butter sandwich never filled me up so good. I did that in rhythm, by the way. Oh my, isn't God delicious? Oh my, more flavorful than fishes. My, oh my, it doesn't take 3 wishes. If you open up your Bible, you can take a bite of God. I sent that off 20 years ago. I expect to hear from them any day. Not only am I a world-class guitarist, as you noticed, and a world-class songwriter, but I'm also a world-class philosopher. A while back, I started thinking about this thing called coincidence. And what prompted me to think about coincidence was when I got home from work one day. I was a single guy. I had a cat, about it. And there was a message on my message machine. Remember message machines? Yeah, long time ago. The message was from my landlord, and he said, "Hey, I sold your house. You have to move. Be gone in 4 weeks." So, I said a prayer. I headed out the door to find a place. This was after my come to Jesus moment, obviously. Anyway, the first place I went was an apartment complex. The manager said, "Oh, what a coincidence. Somebody just turned in their notice to vacate. I haven't even advertised it yet. It's just a studio apartment, something I could afford, and they took cats." Cool, huh? My landlord said I must move on. He'd sold the place. Please move along. In 4 short weeks I must be gone without a place to stay. So I knelt down and said a prayer that God would lead me who knows where. As long as cats were welcome there, I knew I'd be okay. My search began at 6 o'clock at some small building down the block. The manager said, "We should talk. You are in luck today." It wasn't big but fit me fine, and cats were welcome anytime. At 6:15 I made it mine. Coincidence, you say? Oh, is it just coincidence? An accident or circumstance? A roll of dice, a game of chance? Or do you think, could it be, is it a possibility that my apartment came to me from God? Verse 2. One summer I went with a friend to drift along a river bend and almost met, and early in that gorgeous summer's day, the water wasn't deep or wild. Along a stretch we thought was mild, across the stream some logs were piled, a death trap in our way. The river speed picked up a lot. Before we knew it, we were caught. My friend made sure, but I did not, and went beneath the fray. My hand went up in silent plea and found a branch to pull me free. The only branch on that whole tree. Coincidence, you say? That really happened. We were in a canoe. We were going down a river, nice, quiet, calm river. We go around this bend, and there's this tree that had fallen across, and all sorts of other trees had piled up with it. It was a log snag, and I don't know if you know anything about log snags, but if you know, it forms this funnel effect that really sucks things in. And once you go under, there's no coming out. My friend said, "Swim to shore," because we didn't have time to paddle to shore. Swim to shore. So we dove out of the canoe. He made it. I bumped my head on the rocks on the bottom, was stunned. When I came back to my senses, I was going under the log. Threw up my hand, grabbed a branch, pulled myself out, was sitting on that log, and I looked up and down the length of it. There was only one branch on the whole tree. And my hand just happened to come out of the water at that exact spot. How's that for a coincidence? Oh, is it just coincidence, an accident or circumstance, a roll of dice, a game of chance? Or do you think, could it be, is it a possibility that my hand was led to that branch by God? Oh, I'm sorry, this is the high part. Oh, is it just coincidence? The consequence of incidents was spared despite my impudence, compounded by my pride. Or maybe God was fast asnore when trouble knocked upon my door, but luck was ready long before to save my sorry hide. My Life has been a potpourri of gracious serendipity. Could it be fate or deity? My gratitude must pay. The puzzle was unsolvable, the challenge insurmountable, the answer unattainable for one made out of clay. But Scripture speaks decisively that chance was not at Calvary, and fate would never die for me or take my sins away. Oh, that was right, no? Now, you may have been wondering, is fate the boss or God the king? And now I stand here witnessing coincidence? No way! Oh, it was not coincidence, an accident or circumstance, a roll of dice, a game of chance. But now I know with certainty, not random possibility, that all my blessings came to me from God. Ain't no doubt in my mind that all our blessings come to us from God. You think that all our blessings come to us from God? Well, duh. That all our blessings come to us from God. Okay.
What are you doing?
Not only am I a world-class guitarist, a world-class songwriter, and a world-class philosopher, I am also a world-class poet. And I wrote this poem a while back, and it moves me deeply. If you feel as moved as I feel when I read it, and you break into sobs, try to keep it quiet. Okay? Okay, I gotta get myself psyched up for this. Here we go. Ode to a chicken gizzard. Oh, gizzard, such delight. I love you morning, noon, and night. A crunchy, chewy, chickeny treasure, a gastronomic guilty pleasure. A savory, salty giblet to chaw on, a spicy, rubbery nub to gnaw on. You gave me gustatory enjoyment through all my years of trucking employment. And then, alas, you disappeared. Gone for good. Or so I feared. And then I moved to Metaline, where fast food drive-thrus can't be seen. My chubby girth bemoaned my fate, for junk food joints maintained my weight. Yet, lacking such a ready dinner, my belt-bound girth was growing thinner. I've lost 20 pounds in the last year. Denied a place where burgers beckoned, I'd soon be skinny. Or so I reckoned. But fate, a fickle friend at best, sent me to Ione on a quest. And there, within the food court, saw a sight of wonder, joy, and awe. For in the hot box, you're getting ahead of me, aren't you? For in the hot box, on display, deep fried gizzards in a cardboard tray. A golden brown delectable treat. My favorite cut of chicken meat. Forsaking skinny, I made them mine and ate them all. So good, so fine. Now, reunited with my snack fest true love, enthralled by them like a doe-eyed new love, I look for reasons to venture southward, to buy more gizzards and send them mouthward. Oh, gizzard, you enrapture me. Oh, chicken gizzard, how I savor thee. Thank you. You know, there's a lot of things in life we savor. Food, obviously. Relationships, memories. Most things we savor are good. They feel good. But there are some things that are so powerful in our lives that we savor them despite how much they hurt. 20 years ago, 20 years ago, our first grandchild, 16-month-old Micah, was in a backpack on his daddy's back, and they were going for a walk. And the car was coming up the road, and the son blinded the driver, and for just a moment, that exact spot in the road, he went off and came back on. But when he went off the road, he hit my son-in-law Eric, sent him flying. Eric was okay, because Micah was the buffer that saved his life. We raced, of course, to Sacred Heart Hospital, to the pediatric intensive care unit, and the doctor took us all aside and showed us the pictures of the inside of Micah's head. And what he told us was that Micah wasn't there anymore. His heart was still beating, his lungs were still breathing, but the Micah we knew and loved was gone. He was halfway home, and there was no coming back. So for the next 9 days, we sat in a red reclining rocker, and we held him. The only thing we could do was help him die. That was it. On the 9th day, September 2nd, 9:05 in the morning, he breathed his last while being held by his father. The doctor came in, took a look at him, verified that he had passed completely, and he said, well, he's all the way home now. Sitting in a red recliner, rocking hour after hour, asking God to give us strength to let this little one go home, wanting, hoping, wishing, dreaming for another hour more, knowing soon the Lord would come to take him all the way home. It's a hard song to get through. See him dancing in the heavens, see him running through the clouds, playing baseball with the angels to the cheering of the crowds. See him giggle in excitement as he climbs up on the throne. See him in the arms of Jesus, see him all the way home. Sitting in a red recliner, thinking back on once before, to the day we knew a miracle was coming to our home, trying hard to hold rememberings that slip so fast away, trying hard to find the strength to send him all the way home. See him dancing in the heavens, see him running through the clouds, playing baseball with the angels to the cheering of the crowds. See him giggle in excitement as he climbs up on the throne. See him in the arms of Jesus, see him all the way home. Father, thank you for the moments. Father, thank you for the days. Father, thank you for the memories that echo in our home. Father, thank you for the laughter that forever lingers on. Father, thank you that in Jesus he is all the way home. See him dancing in the heavens, see him running through the clouds, playing baseball with the angels to the cheering of the crowds. See him giggle with excitement as he climbs up on the throne. See him in the arms of Jesus, see him all the way home. Father, help us to remember, help us celebrate the joy, help us find a way to praise you from the silence of our home. Father, help us see your glory in the middle of our pain. Father, help us to be thankful that he's all the way home. See him dancing in the heavens, see him running through the clouds, playing baseball with the angels to the cheering of the crowd. See him giggle with excitement as he climbs up on the throne. See him in the arms of Jesus, see him all the way home. Father, thank you for your mercy. Father, thank you for your grace. Father, thank you for your comfort as you held us in this place. Father, thank you for his giggles as he climbs up on your throne. Father, thank you that in Jesus he is all the way home. In the loving arms of Jesus he is all the way home. See him in the arms of Jesus. See him all the way home. Okay. My time is just about up, and I can't end on that note. So, what I'd like to do is do what the first gentleman did, and we'll do a little bit of a group sing along. I did not write this hymn, but this hymn is an old one. Every one of you knows the chorus. Now, I guarantee it. So when I get to the chorus, you join in, all right? This hymn is probably one of the greatest evangelism hymns ever written. An old cowpoke went riding out one hot and windy day. Upon a ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw, a-plowing through the ragged skies and up the cloudy draw. Yippee-yi-hey! The sky, yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. How'd you do? You okay? I bet you'd do louder. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fire went through them as they thundered through the sky. As he saw the riders coming hard, he could hear their mournful cry. Here we go. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh, those riders in the sky. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. Their face was gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. They're riding hard to catch that herd, but they ain't caught them yet. They've got to ride forevermore on the range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire. As they ride, I hear them cry. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. And as the riders loped on by, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell, riding on the range, then cowboy, call on Jesus, or forever with us ride. Trying to catch the devil's herd across the endless skies. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh, those riders in the sky. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. All right, I want to hear just the audience now. Make it loud. Make me proud. Here we go. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. big. Here we go. Yippee-yi-hey.